Yo, what's going on everyone? Hope your guys' day is going great, and welcome to another Marvel Rivals video. So since I got champion level 70 on Dino, you guys have been asking for a guide, and I did say I was gonna probably make a guide if you guys wanted, and I feel like you guys deserve a guide. So this is gonna be a nice guide video, my first ever guide video on Marvel Rivals. And you already gotta know it's gotta be about Dino because, of course,
Look at this dude.
to make the guide even better, I finally hit Grandmaster for the first time ever. Let's go. Grandmaster with Devil Dino only. Holy, what a journey. Only took 300 matches while only using Dino pretty much. Unless he gets banned, I would run Mag, but I pretty much got to Grandmaster on my second season using only Dino. I have 92 hours on Dino on competitive alone. And 30 hours on Mag whenever Dino would get banned, but I've only played for 2 seasons pretty much on this game. I peaked Diamond 2 my first ever season, and we just got Grandmaster this season while only using Dino, which was pretty hard. Pretty hard.
GG's go next. GG's go next. GG's go next.
Nah, we're playing it now. We're playing it.
Because apparently if you main Dino, you get less points because he takes so much damage, and he's a tank, and he never gets MVP, so you're just getting less rank points, which I didn't really know that until I was like already Diamond 1, Diamond 2. Kind of crazy, so I made my rank grind 10 times harder. And the amazing thing is right now, I am number 1 for playtime on Dino this season for competitive. I currently have 225 games played of comp with Dino this season already, which is pretty crazy, but we're still going strong. And we're number 3 overall right now too, which is pretty nuts. I wish I can climb higher because I'd probably fight for number 1 because I am really good on Dino, but when it comes to any other character in the game, I'm a burger. It's horrible. Let me stop yapping and being boring and let's get into the guide. Alright, let's get into the basic stuff. So Dino has 4 main attacks. He has the Primal Bite, which is just a bite for his primary attack. And then for his secondary attack, he has a Beam, which is ranged, which does have a cooldown, so be aware of that. It has a little meter. And then for his third attack, he does a series of chomps. And then he does a leap, which also deals damage. But his 2 main attacks, which is the bite and his laser, they deal bleed damage, which you can see around the enemy's health bar. It glows red when it's in effect. But it's only his primal bite and his beam. Also the leap causes bleed as well, but you never want to use the leap to cause the bleeding, because once they're bleeding from the bite or the beam, you can use the leap move to grab and throw them towards your teammates, or just throw them off the map or whatever. And then he has a melee attack, which is just his tail, which you can only deal damage while the enemies are behind you, which is actually pretty cool in my opinion. And then for his last ability, he has a bubble shield that blocks up to 450 damage and has a cooldown of 12 seconds. And then he has his ult, which whenever you stomp, it causes bleed, and it gives you a bunch of shield. And whenever you do bleed damage, you get extra shield, which is pretty cool. But for his Frenzy Feast move, which is the chomp, this gives you the most amount of shield, which is really useful. It gives you 135 extra HP pretty much if you land all of the chomps. And when you pop his ult, that chomp has a cooldown of 1 second, so you can just spam it and you can get so much HP. And when you also pop your ult, you do a little shockwave of damage too. His ult also makes him move a lot faster too, which is pretty good because Dino moves really slow. Dino also has 2 team-ups. He has a team-up with the Punisher, which gives him cannons, which you don't need a Punisher on your team to get the cannons. You can automatically select it to be in his kit already, but if you have a Punisher on your team, he can just ride on your back. It doesn't really do too much with the cannons, but he and you do take reduced damage, I think, if you do have a Punisher on your team while he's riding on your back. Then he also has another team up with Jeff. So with Jeff's team up, it replaces your normal beam with a blue beam. And it gives you more range than the default beam. And it also heals your allies too. It doesn't heal as good as a like a normal support would, but you can heal as a tank, which is kind of crazy. You can also go in your backline and use your bubble shield to protect your teammates while you heal them, which is pretty cool. And if you have a Jeff on your team while you're using the Jeff team up, while he's on your back, you receive continuous healing. Like whenever you're taking damage, you're just going to be non-stop getting healed, which is pretty insane. I do like the Punisher team up way more because you can actually do something from afar instead of being only melee. You can actually do stuff against flyers with this too, which is actually pretty cool. And it also charges your ult decently fast too, which is a more safer way than just pushing straight up and risking getting killed. And I almost forgot to mention, the cannons, or the guns, also deal bleed damage too, which is pretty cool. So you can use the cannons to deal bleed, then you can just use the grab right after. So I recommend using the Punisher team up unless you have like a Jeff duo that like pockets you, because the Jeff team up is really good if you have a Jeff that's riding on your back, because you just you're kind of like a raid boss almost, like you will not die. And the thing with Dino, he gets deleted very fast, especially in this season, and you kind of have to play passive with him. So the Jeff team up is pretty good too, but I just like the Punisher one a lot more because you can actually do stuff from afar. And it's just a good way to charge up your ult and stuff too. And you're also just a T-Rex with guns. Like, that's the coolest thing ever. Alright, now I'm gonna show you guys like all the techs and stuff you can do with Devil Dino. Like his movement techs, his jump grab, his combos, and all that. So first of all, I play on controller, which I heard is kind of bad for Marvel Rivals, but I don't know how to play keyboard and mouse because I'm a chud. But if you guys are also on controller, I play 500 by 500 horizontal and vertical sensitivity for Devil Dino. It's only for Devil Dino. I don't play 500 on 500 for all the characters. I mean, I've only played like 3 other characters, but these are all my settings. They're mostly all just default. So the reason I play on 500 cents as Dino is so I can turn my camera pretty fast like I would on mouse and keyboard. And when I grab, I can throw farther too. I can like flick and stuff further. It also just gives me more time to think where I'm gonna throw the enemies. That's pretty much all I've done to my settings, pretty much, except for the crosshair. If you guys want to use the same crosshair I'm using, feel free to pause. I'm gonna show you guys like all the settings, and I'm also gonna put the crosshair code in the description. I was gonna put it in the video, but it's like 1,000,000 digits, and I don't feel like making you guys type all that, because that's cruel. But just feel free to pause if you guys just want to copy it down, just like this. This is how you bunny hop with Dino. So you just gotta leap, then mid-leap, use your beam attack to cancel the leap animation, and then you just spam your jump button as your feet are touching the floor. It's much easier to do on keyboard and mouse because the timing's a little bit weird on controller, because you can just bind your jump button with the scroll wheel on a mouse, and it's just so much easier. It just makes your movement speed so much faster when you be up. I'm gonna show you guys how to jump grab. So at like the max height of your jump, you grab. So bite, the max height, and just grab, just like that. You can even do it with your cannons too to cause the bleed. Pretty cool. I'm gonna show you the kidnap tech now. So you basically just use the jump grab, but you grab them and you throw them into your team while using your bubble shield, pretty much, just like this. And the shield stops them from getting healed. So it's like the most guaranteed way to get a kill as Dino, almost. You can also bunny hop while doing it too, but it's so much easier on like a scroll wheel or just mouse and keyboard in general. And this is what the jump grab looks like in game. It's pretty insane. And the way I did this one right here is perfect. I put the other dino right behind the bus as cover. And here's another clip of it. It's definitely one of the best moves to learn as Dino because that helps so much. Now I'm going to show you guys like all the combos and stuff you can do with Dino. He doesn't really have too many specific combos. You can really just do anything and call it a combo, but these are like the most known ones and the ones that I use. So first we have the melee weave, which you just use your normal bite with your tail, just like this. Which you kind of have to know how to use if you want to win most of your one-on-ones with dives and stuff. Just makes the TTK way faster instead of just doing this, which is way slower than this. That's another reason why I play on such high sense, so I can melee weave like that. And it's really good against other tanks if you're trying to 1v1 them or whatever. It does take some getting used to, because the tail is kind of weird. You have to like they have to be directly behind you, kind of like this, like in a straight line almost. This is what it looks like in game. I'm gonna show you a combo I use with Dino now. So all you gotta do for this is you just bite, melee weave, and just jump grab backwards. And you bite and you use your laser to finish the target off, pretty much. Just like this. So it's not too bad to do. And you don't have to use the laser to finish him off. You could use like almost any move in this kit. The cannons work. The chomp works. Even the tail works if you can get it right. And there's a few other combos you could do too, where you melee weave and then you just use your chomp. And then you chomp, jump, grab backwards, and finish him off with a bite. You can really do anything for a combo Dino, which is pretty cool. You can also use your leap attack as a final blow as well.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Now I'm going to show you my all-time favorite Dino tactic. I call it the BEYBLADE. And all you need to do is jump grab, and when the enemy is in your mouth, you need to spin them as fast as humanly possible. Just like this. And you're probably asking why. What does it do? It does literally nothing. It's just funny to look at, and it gives your enemies a seizure. I also just do it to show dominance against the other dinos, to show who's better.
Yo, what was that 360 dino?
Yo, I see that through the wall. That's kind of tough.
Yo, did you just do a 360 with this emote? That's tweaking.
And this right here is probably my funniest dino clip of all time while doing the Beyblade.
Helicopter, helicopter, paracofer, paracofer.
Like, imagine you get 720'd off the map, and then you pop ult right when you're about to die. And if you see a spinning dinosaur doing random stuff, it's probably me, because I'm like the only person that tends to do stupid things when I play as Dino. So just be cautious, because I might spin you like a gravitron. So yeah. Now I'm gonna give you some tips and stuff that will help you a lot when you're starting as Dino. So I'm gonna give you some tips with like each move, starting with the grab. So usually with the grab, during every first team fight I'm in, I usually go for the tanks. I usually try to grab a tank to get the first pick. And usually I would throw them either into my team, or I would corner them against the wall so they can't move. Like, I'd body block them. near a wall so they can't move anywhere. If you can grab anyone, body blocking them or just throwing them into your team is a really good way of trying to get like the first pick or just a kill in general as Dino. Just be careful when you grab because you will get deleted very fast if you overextend, especially this season because Dino is really not that great this season, sadly. Most people have him at like the bottom of the tier list, which makes me kind of sad, but he's kind of hard to get used to because if you don't have good healers on your team, it's kind of wraps. Dino heavily relies on healers, but that doesn't stop me because I'm a Dino tank main that will never get off Dino. And when you're grabbing, make sure to use your bubble shield if you have it too, so they don't get healed when you're throwing them into your backline. Really good way of getting a guaranteed kill. Another thing, just be careful who you grab, because if you grab a Strange and he has his ult, by the time you let go, he can ult right into your backline and kind of screw your entire game up. So just be aware of that. Just make sure they don't have ult when you grab, because that happened to me a few times and it wasn't too pleasant. Hulk and Angela can also kind of screw you up too, but it's not as bad as Strange because Hulk, you can just pick him back up and dominate him. You can use the leap grab for a final hit as well. If you have like a flyer or 1 HP, you can just leap grab and get him. So now for the frenzied feast attack, which is just the chomp. This is a really good move if you want like more HP. Like I said earlier, it gives you 135 extra HP, but I mainly just use it to sneak in some combos like this. But the best time to use the chomp is with your ult because it has a 1 second cooldown and you can just farm so much HP. It doesn't really matter too much when you use the chomp. As long as you're using it for like HP or just for combos, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not like wasting it or anything. You can get a good use out of it no matter what you do. Now I'm going to show you some tips with the bubble shield. So you probably think it's just a normal shield that ain't really that good and it only blocks 450 incoming damage. But the shield is very good if you know how to use it. And there's a few ways you can use it. So when you're in the front line, you can either use it with your cannons, which is a pretty good way of using it. But for the first fight, I usually save it until I'm like half HP, so I don't waste it right away. And another good use out of it is you can protect your other teammates too, which is pretty good. Like if you have a support ult, like a Luna, and she ults, so you can use your bubble shield to protect her from like a mag ult. Because if you didn't know, the bubble shield protects you from any one-tap ult.
Maximum pulse. Magneto.
Just don't ever pop it too early or pop it in a scenario where you're not going to get killed, because you only have about like 5 seconds before it goes away for 12 seconds. So I'd use it if you're about to die, or if you're protecting your teammates, or blocking a ultimate. Alright, now let me give you some tips on his ultimate. So whenever you pop your ult, you get 300 increased HP, which is shield, and it's very good if you want to be aggressive. And I usually use his ult to go for the enemy's backline to kill their supports. And one of the best tips is never jump when you're ulting, because every time he stomps, it does damage. And when you're jumping, you're missing out on extra damage. And another tip is, if you want to get to a backline like really fast, you can jump and then ult. Because he has that shockwave too, right when you pop your ult, and if they're really close, it does a little bit of damage too. But this is what I do when I pop his ult.
No winner yet. Going to overtime. Going to overtime.
So I don't pop his ult until either me or my team gets a pick to make it a 65. Right when it's a 65, I pop his ult. If I can't reach the backline, like if I'm getting shredded, I'd usually just grab one of their tanks and just try to get at least one kill. Because one kill is better than no kill. Rather one than none, you know? When you do pop your ult, and if you're getting like shredded, you can jump for increased movement speed just to get out like this. Like it's a good little escape. You're kind of bunny hopping away. That's like the only time I would jump using his ult. And just never pop your ult when you're really low on HP, because if you pop your ult while you're low on HP, you can die pretty quick. That's just a waste of an ult. And if you guys made it this far into the video, you are the GOAT. And I got a couple of helpful gameplay tips to share before we end the video. So one of the best tips I can give is when you're taking damage and you're pretty weak, turn around, because it reduces your damage because they can't see your head, because your head takes so much damage because it's so large. So whenever you're like in a pickle, turn around so you can get healed by your supports faster, because you take less damage. And always play corners too. Play corners to heal and try to grab and throw them around the corner. It's just the easiest pick. So I got a couple more in-game useful tips for you. So I call this a stall grab. It's where you use your grab to keep the point or the cart uncontested so you can win the game faster by stalling the enemy. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is just grab and keep them off the point pretty much, but it's pretty helpful. Here's a few clips of me doing it.
Nice grab, Dino.
Current score is
Oh wait, this is my duplicate from last game.
Another team?
Yeah, the one that was on my team last game.
Nah, different anytime.
Dino! Dino! He grabbed straight and tossed him back on the TV.
And another great tip that most Dino mains don't use is body block. This is when you use your big self to block the spawn door of the enemy team in Convoy or Convergence. You could probably do it in Domination too, but it's probably so risky. It's already really risky in these two modes, but it just stalls them so much while you push the cart to that point, like what I'm doing here in this clip.
Nice job.
the current score is
Alright, so the last gameplay tip I can give you is throwing enemies off the map as Dino. It's pretty easy, it's pretty simple, it's a thing you gotta know how to do as Dino, because it will give you free kills, and it's just really satisfying. Well, that's gonna be it for this guide. Let me know if this guide helped you, because this is my very first guide, and I don't think I did everything perfectly, but I tried my best. And let me know how you guys feel about Dino after this video, and let me know if my guide helped you at all. The thing with Dino is you have to play him very smart. You can't like just run out and hope you'll get kills, because he blows up really fast. You have to be really smart and careful with him, because he does get insta-killed a lot. But yeah, this was a big video to make. It took me a few days, but if you guys made it to the end, it means so much to me, and I am so happy making Marvel Rivals content, and I'm definitely gonna keep doing it. I just need to think of some more ideas. I might do a hood video when the hood comes out. That'll be fun. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this guide. Let me know if I forgot anything, but I can always make another one too in the future. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all. Much love. Peace.